Hi, I'm Stuart and I'm here to show you how to use the GBC Wirebind w20. This will produce documents like this. This is a wire-bound machine and this is what a wire-bound comb looks like. It's not plastic, that's the difference. Okay, I'm going to put that down. This is a very good machine. A nice mid-sized machine. It can cater for practically all your office needs. If you're in a small business, I think this is a good machine to go for. It's mid-sized and it can cater for kind of a lot of the smaller documents and a few, significant bigger documents. The machine comes with instructions that look like this, but let me tell you, you need to watch this video because if you want to rely on looking at that for the instructions, you're going to have a real problem. In fact, they're pretty poor. This is how the instructions come. They come underneath like that, and the idea is that you release that little bit of plastic and they flip open. It's quite a heavy machine, so just be aware of that. It's got two little carry handles just here so that you can carry it. It comes with plastic feet underneath it so that if it's on a desk or on a workbench, it's not going to cause a problem. Right, the first thing you need to do is you need to open up this protective lid that offers no purpose to the machine other than to protect this area of the machine. Once this is exposed, there is the cutting blade, which I'm going to show you how to use in a moment, where products are coming in this way. And there's also this little plastic runner thing that shows you and helps you show you what size comb you're going to need for the document that you're about to bind. Now this is my document. And it's just got some sheets of paper in it. I've put at the back a nice hard leather effect red cover, and I've got a clear plastic cover at the front. Hold the document at the back against this guide, and then just use this bit of plastic here to tell you, to help you tell what size comb you need. The majority of the documents that you bind are probably going to be smaller, but if they get bigger, then that really will come into its own. I'm going to use here a 6mm guide because it's the size of guides that we've got, and that will do the job quite nicely. So, when it comes to cutting the machine, when it comes to cutting the paper, you need to use this little bit of this dial here to open up these teeth. These teeth, or these guides, what they do is they hold the paper and the document in situ. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to bring down the handle now, which is going to cut the document. And that was that. That was quite an effort because I'm cutting so many. This will cut up to 20 sheets of paper. I don't suggest you shove in 20 sheets of paper because, if you go to the effort of printing up your document and then you cut it wrong because you've tried to cut a corner by cutting too much paper at once, it's a pain in the neck, and you've got to go back to the machine, print it all off again. So just kind of don't ram it to the expectation that just because the machine says it can do 20, you're going to do 20. Now, let me show you the pain in the neck thing about these combs. This is how these plastic combs come, and I think that they are an absolute nightmare because if you've ever used them, that is a very familiar picture with these products. I wish that GBC would pack these individually, wrap them up in tissue paper. I would rather that they did them in smaller boxes, but if I've got 7 or 8 combs there, I'm throwing them away because I can't use them, and that's 10% of the box because the box only holds 100 combs. So I really get irritated with this product because of the way that they package that. So you've got to be really careful. Now this is a size this is a size 5 and this is a size 6. And I've got a comb here. For the second stage of this, to how to use this machine, you've got to open the front page. Now that I've cut my document, you take your comb, and if you can see here, there are these like little plastic teeth that that'll hold open. And what you do is you slide your metal comb onto those teeth. The only purpose this holds is literally to hold still while you attempt to thread the paper. Now the smaller they are, the more fiddly they are. When they get bigger, the combs are much bigger and they're a bit easier to work with. Taking my presentation, I'm going to rest it back and I'm just going to get the teeth in, get the first one in, and then that all slips on quite nicely. Yeah, that was easy. I'm now going to very carefully pull this off, and here again you need to be careful because all this has done is managed to thread them on. Right, okay, I'm holding that upside down. you can see that the paper is hanging from it like that now. Now the next stage is I need to apply pressure to close the teeth, and this is where this little space here, can you see this aperture that's down here? And this handle, what this handle does is it brings that metal bar and it's going to force it. Now before I do that, if you can see here to the left, there is a control knob here that will restrict the amount of movement that this bar can come. So for example 12mm, that's as far as it'll go because it doesn't come the whole way, so that is approximately 12mm. But I'm going to pull that back a little bit, I'm going to go down to 5mm or 6mm. So therefore, it goes practically, oh in fact it's just snipped off on its own. Oh, that's what happens, that's interesting. So that's what, that's what that does. So this second stage is all about just closing the teeth. So whilst you're holding the document and the apertures are kind of held in like that position, I'm going to put it down very carefully, and now I'm going to close it up, and I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of pressure, not too much, and I can feel the teeth closing. I'm going to go back and add a tiny bit more pressure, and that's pretty good. And there is my finished document. We like the comb. We think that the finished document is perhaps a little bit more classier than perhaps a plastic comb, so you can see why we personally prefer it. But anyway, Wirebinder. Good machine, good investment, good product, and it will cater for all your needs. It is a bit on the pricey side because it's kind of, A, it's metal, and B, it's a mid-sized machine, but it will cater for all your needs. If you had to go bigger, you could go bigger, but then if for the rare occasion that you go bigger, you could go directly to a high street printer and get them to bind it for you. It'll save you perhaps having to spend the extra money that it would cost you to take this machine and go slightly bigger for the rare occasions. So anyway, hope you found that useful, hope you found it interesting. If you have any questions on this or any other product, please do not hesitate to just drop us a line at www.officemojo.co.uk.